welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna talk about Kim K and Kanye, or Ye, whatever he calling himself nowadays. He's been on this little rant on Instagram talking about Kim Kardashian and her parenting skills when it comes to North and how she's doing things out of spite. So it started off with this TikTok thing, and he's saying that you know, she knows that he don't like North on TikTok, and especially with makeup on and all this kind of stuff. Now, if y'all have seen the comments that they have been leaving under TikTok videos of children, who was it? Which one of them little kids? It's another little famous little kid. Scott Disick. Not Scott Disick, but Scott Disick's son. The oldest one, Mason. I think that's his name. If y'all read the comments of on his Instagram and the stuff they asked him on live and on TikTok, you can see why Courtney pulled him off of social media. Cause he was just on there telling all his business, cause all these grown people is in the comments asking them all kind of questions that makes absolutely no sense. And they just answering them cause they kids and they're not thinking nothing of it. They just talking. And so I can understand why, that he don't want her on TikTok, because she's a very famous kid celebrity or whatever. So I can understand that. So he's basically been venting on social media about the cousin. It was also a whole thing about him and not being able to go to Chicago's birthday party, just the whole shebang. And Kim come back with her little shots on Instagram, and people act like Kim just read him. But I mean, to me, she didn't. She didn't really read him, in my personal opinion. But what I really want to get to is the way, that the media and people try to make Kanye look like such a bad person, and such a bitter ex-husband, or soon-to-be ex-husband, because of what he's saying about parenting and all of the complaining that he's been doing with Kim on social media. So, hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this video. I just popped in to say, make sure you head on over to FreeDomeApparel.com. I have t-shirts, Protect Your Energy t-shirts, It's the Melanin t-shirts, and my FreeDome Apparel logo t-shirts, and many more. I also have fanny packs, and I also have masks to match the t-shirts. If you find anything interesting, the link will be in the description box below. So let's get right back into the video. I don't really understand why people act like Kanye just now starting to speak out about Kim's parenting skills. If y'all remember back years ago when she was best friends with Larsa Pimpins, and when Larsa Pimpins was doing that mommy and me outfits with her daughters, I blurred out all of that because I don't want all that. But yeah, I remember this around this time period when Kim and her was all best friends, and she basically was trying to have North and her do the same thing like Larsa and her daughter was doing. And Kanye was not going for that. He was saying, like, this is not age appropriate for her. You're not going to be, basically selling my daughter on the internet wearing these kind of clothing. That's when he had this whole thing going on about my kids won't be in Playboy. They're not going to be selling what, and all this kind of stuff. That's when all of this started to take place. This was years ago. They've been going back and forth about this for years, because Kanye have been telling her for years, I do not want my kid basically growing up before her age. She'll have time to get into the makeup and to get into those type of outfits and all of that. But Kim just want North to be a mini her, in which a lot of, not a lot, but some parents do nowadays. And, some think it's cute and others think it's inappropriate. But as a father, he have a right to say what he feels when it comes to his daughter. Kim should not be the only one making decisions, because she's the mother and North is, a little girl, about what North gets to do. So to me, I just feel like, why do people feel like, oh, he's bitter, he's this, he's crazy, all because he's speaking out against the way North looks? I'm not understanding that. He's been telling her, no, I do not want my kid to grow up that fast. No, I do not want her, you know, especially on social media. There's a difference between you let her play and makeup at home, but when you're doing that and you're putting it on social media for the world to see, there's a lot of, crazy people out here these days, and everybody have access to everybody nowadays via social media. And you just don't want that. You don't. That's when bullying start with these kids. All these different things that happens with these young celebrity children, because people have access to them, and now they're at the age where they can read these comments and they can respond and they see what's going on. So in my personal opinion, I don't see what Kanye is wrong. Now, when it came to Chicago's birthday party and him having to go through all of that trouble just to find the address of where the birthday party was, people can make it seem like, oh, it's the reason why, he didn't know. Y'all act like we don't read stories and see things about bitter mothers all the time. And not even just bitter mothers doing things out of spite when it comes to fathers. How do we know that Kim just didn't want him there because Pete was there? Or Kim didn't want him there because she knows that will really hurt him, because everybody know how Kanye feel about his kids. So if she knows that keeping the kids away from him will hurt him, why wouldn't she do it? Y'all can make her look like this. Oh, she does know, wrong type of person in the media. All y'all want, but y'all don't know what's going on behind closed doors. But what I see, every time he comes to social media and speak out against her, all of a sudden, he ends up at the destination that he was trying to get to in the first place. Like this.
Yeah, I'm just wishing my daughter a public happy birthday. I wasn't allowed to know where her party was. There's nothing legal. They're saying that this is the kind of...
So when he went on social media and did all this, I'm not even going to play the whole video, but all of a sudden, then you see another video he get back on and talking about, how he got the address and how he was able to have fun, and he was what he was saying in the video was right. I put the video out of order, but what he was saying in the video was right.
Now I just came from Shy's party, and I just gotta shout out to Travis Scott for sending me the address and the time and making sure that I was able to spend that birthday memory with my daughter, to be there with the rest of the family. And I just saw everybody. It was Chris and Corey and Kylie. Kylie let me in right when I got to the spot because the security stopped me once again when I got there.
So basically, to me personally, he was right about that. He was right in his first video when he was basically saying that, if he don't show up to the birthday party, the children will look at that as like, oh, my dad wasn't here for me. It could be, they would start thinking neglect. And he's right about that. A lot of young kids do that, especially when the parents break up and, the kids primarily live with the mother, and then the father start disappearing, or not even disappearing, just not being at the same events that the kid is used to them being at. That could cause some mental trauma on the child, because it's something they have to adjust to. So we don't know why Kanye didn't have the address, but why did he have to go public in order to get it? The same with this situation. When Kanye went public again about how he wanted to see his kids and he was being prevented from seeing his kids and all of this, he has to go public. Then after he go public, all of a sudden you see pictures of him with his kids at the event that he wanted them to come to. Why do we have to get on social media every time in order to get what he needs? If Kim wanted to really, parent in a private manner, why is it that when Kanye go public, that's when she say, okay, cool? Why couldn't you say, okay, cool, before he even went public? It's just, to me, I think it's crazy how everybody trying to make Kanye look like such a horrible person for wanting to be a father to his children. I'm not understanding that. Hey guys, I just popped in to say, if you are a person like me who likes to protect their energy, we do have Protect Your Energy shirts over at FreeDomeApparel.com. If you like what you see, head on over, grab you one. Now let's get back into the video. The last thing I don't get about this whole situation is the alleged drug thing. Every time people think of Kanye, they want to say, "Oh, he bipolar. Oh, he on drugs," as if Kim have not done things as well. We talking about a lady who got a whole sex tape out. We talking about a person who was a known socialite in the presence, who used to hang out with Paris Hilton and still hangs out with Paris Hilton and all these different people. And y'all know what that Hollywood social life was like, allegedly. What they showed on TV, they glamorized that stuff. They gave Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie a whole TV show. And if you ever watched that TV show, they was wilding out on the TV show. They glamorized that when that Lindsay Lohan era, when the people was out there high as a kite, allegedly. All of that was getting glamorized. So now y'all want to look at Kanye just because people say he is bipolar. Oh, he crazy. What? Like what did Kanye say that was actually crazy? What did he say about North not he didn't want North on TikTok? How is that crazy? He wanted to come to his kid's birthday party. How is that crazy? I'm not understanding what's crazy. So let's look at Kim K for a moment. Do people not remember when she admitted to being on drugs, to taking drugs? It's all is documented. Look at this last paragraph. People who was close to me thought I was crazy for revealing it. Look at the last paragraph. I would tell my mom everything, she explained. We also had such a close relationship. So I would come home and be like, "Oh my God, Mom, we did ecstasy last night." For somebody who supposedly only did it 2 times, when she said she did it once when she married her first husband, and she did it another time when she made the sex tape. When were you coming home telling your mama we did ecstasy last night? Was it when you got married and she didn't know, or was it when you made a sex tape and we know she didn't know? Well, maybe she did. Who knows? Who goes home and be like, "Hey, Mom, guess what I did? I did ecstasy." What kind of what? And you want the world to believe you only did that 2 times?
Married on ecstasy. I had no idea. No, the first time. I did ecstasy once and I got married. I did it again. I made a sex tape. Like everything bad would happen.
You were
Like, come on now. But y'all ain't walking around calling her no, saying she might be on drugs. Something might be wrong with her. Don't forget the time when she had that little white unknown substance in the back, and she tried to make it look like, even though it was in a line, and it looks or resembles what people was trying to say was cocaine. We don't know what it was. But the fact that it was lined up like that, and she tried to say, "Okay, guys, don't act like you didn't have powder candy before." But if you had powder candy, who was lining it up like that? Because the candy, she talking about that little powder candy that used to come in the straw. Who poured it out on the table? Because why am I eat the candy off the table? That's the part I don't understand about it being candy. Who eating powder candy off the table? Come on now. If you got some powder candy, you pouring it on the table and then you eating it, make it make sense. Make it make sense. We ain't gonna act like homegirl went in this Halloween Hollywood socialite not back in the day. She still is. That don't mean she doing something. But why is it that Kanye is the only person who people want to drag and say he on drugs every time he speak, even though he ain't said nothing crazy? She even promoted drugs before on her Instagram. Not only that, she said that she took drugs before. Same thing with Kanye. He admitted to taking some before too. But people can't get over that, and every time he say something, people want to say he on drugs. Why is it that y'all don't get her the same stigma? I'm not understanding. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this video. This is the journal called Unleash the Image. It's give you an opportunity to write about your day, just release everything. A lot of people wear a lot of different hats, especially if you're a parent, you have different businesses. etc., etc. So I love this journal for that reason. If you like what you see, head over to Amazon, type in Unleash the image in the search bar, and this will pop up. It's only $14.99, so get you a journal and, relax and meditate. Now let's get back into the video. So I say all that to say, I just feel like, it is hard for fathers to be fathers, especially when they break up, with the mother of the kids or whatever. And that's not to say that Kanye is innocent. He's the perfect almost ex-husband and all this different type of stuff, but it's a lot that goes into it, and it's a lot of things that we can see. Because my thing is this: if Kanye was this big and not big, this big, but this bad of a person, and he was like, what was your purpose of keeping him from around his children? Like, what was the purpose? Why is it that even when he bought the house across the street, he probably bought it in order to see his children? People, oh, he's stalking her. No, he probably wants the kids to feel it's the transition from them being together. I think they was together, what, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. The transition from that to being separate will be hard on their children. So if you get a house right across the street, that don't mean you in their business. Because guess what? Her house should be gated up to enough where he can't even see what's going on at her house. So I don't know why people act like it's an apartment complex and he just looking at the blinds and seeing everything going on. It's not even like that. Her house shouldn't be nowhere near the street. I'm pretty sure it's a long driveway up to the door. So just because he have decided to get a house across the street, that don't mean he being nosy. He probably can't see nothing anyway. That just means he's trying to make it more comfortable for his children. That way, when something is going on, when he got to get his kids, instead of, they got to go way across town or he live in a whole nother state, they go right across the street. To me, that's convenient. Because Kim been doing what she wanted to do anyway. You was fully married with a whole nother man in the house. Allegedly. But she get no backlash for that. She's a whole married woman and she's in a whole nother relationship publicly. As if her kids see that. But people want to act like Kanye is the problem. When they both probably doing stuff. Like, what? I just don't understand how y'all mad at this man for wanting to be a father. And want to tie it back into, he just won't kill. He just won't. What? Like, make it make sense. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole situation down in the comments. That's all I got to say about it. I'm out.